If you're a human, and let's face it, there's a decent chance you are, despite the fact that you follow my YouTube channel, you might sometimes pause to wonder what exactly humans are all about. And if you've never wondered that, well, perhaps you should stop scrolling through your phone long enough to give it a go. Animals typically have fairly simple agendas. Lions chase zebras, dolphins catch fish, eagles soar around majestically, making other birds feel insecure. Humans, though, we tend to complicate things unnecessarily. While other creatures have their careers clearly outlined by nature, we have options, too many options. Imagine an eagle suddenly thinking, you know what, I fancy being a web designer, or a dolphin deciding it wanted to run a food truck. It would be chaos, yet humans do this sort of thing all the time. So why do we humans have so many possibilities? Well, annoyingly, it's mostly down to the fact that we've conquered the entire planet. Not because we're particularly fast or strong, but mostly because we're excellent at working together. Yes, the same species that struggles to politely queue for coffee without arguments or grumbling has somehow managed to cooperate effectively enough to dominate Earth. Think of it this way. Nature originally had various departments. Lions ran the land department, whales oversaw the oceans, and birds had exclusive rights to the sky. But humans turned up like a new management consultancy with fancy PowerPoint presentations, promptly reorganized everything, and put themselves in charge, despite having no relevant experience. Now lions have to move aside as we build motorways through their living rooms, and dolphins politely vacate their ocean because we've decided it would look better with plastic bottles floating around. And that's the weird part. Humans aren't particularly impressive, biologically speaking. Our species isn't the strongest, the fastest, or even remotely capable of flying, apart from briefly in a decidedly downward direction. Instead, our secret lies in our ability to cooperate in large numbers, mostly through telling stories that make sense only if you don't think about them too hard. Animals cooperate, of course, but only in small, sensible groups. You won't find ants organizing elaborate international football tournaments or wolves running election campaigns. Humans, meanwhile, routinely cooperate with millions of complete strangers. Have you ever thought about how bizarre it is that people trust airline pilots they've never met to fly them across oceans, yet suspect their own neighbors of secretly plotting to steal their wheelie bin? Our ability to tell and, more crucially, believe stories enables us to create laws, countries, and, most absurdly, money. Only humans would invent bits of paper and metal, decide they're valuable, and then spend their entire lives stressing about acquiring more of them. Dolphins never lose sleep wondering if they've got enough fish in their ocean pension scheme, and lions don't worry if their gazelle investment portfolio is diversified enough. But perhaps the greatest irony of humanity is that despite our incredible ability to collaborate, we frequently spend our energy fighting over imaginary boundaries, arguing over invented rules, and getting furiously annoyed about whose fictional stories are the correct ones. It's like we've built a beautiful, complicated machine, then spent the rest of the time throwing spanners into it because we like the noise. Yet, for all our faults and foolishness, humans have also managed astonishing achievements. We've built skyscrapers, written symphonies, and launched people into space, all feats that would have profoundly baffled our tree-climbing ancestors, who were mostly just trying to avoid becoming leopard snacks. But here's the twist. We didn't always rule the planet. For millions of years, humans were basically background extras in nature's big-budget documentary, lurking around nervously in the bushes, hoping not to get noticed by the lions. Somehow, though, We went from being nature's least impressive creature to its most dominant, capable of reshaping continents and determining the fates of entire species, often unintentionally and usually to everyone's regret. So what are humans all about? In short, we're the planet's most powerful species, but we're also simultaneously its most confused. We're endlessly inventive, bafflingly contradictory, capable of incredible kindness and breathtaking stupidity, often in the same afternoon. We're a species whose entire history could probably be summarized by the phrase, "seemed like a good idea at the time." Ultimately, humans are complicated, messy, frustrating, wonderful creatures. And if you've made it this far into human history without losing faith entirely, congratulations. You're doing better than most.